Our old happy day when Jesus washed our sins away. He goes on to say, blessed are those, this is blessed are those, blessed are the gentle, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are the meek, for they. Boy, I just realized, but Barry, I could preach one lesson on each one of these. He says, blessed are the meek. You see, the meek is not the weak. You see, some people look at Christianity, but y'all just let people run all over you. That's not what. You don't understand. He says, that's why I included this. The New American Standard Translation says, "Blessed are the gentle." But notice this. Now Jesus says this. This is the gospel of the good news of the King. He's trying to teach us how to mold our attitudes, mold our mind, and it goes countercultural to what the world. Some folks, you can't show people you can't show people you weak. You got to show people you're strong. You got to be hard nosed. You don't understand. See, and some of us, even in the Lord's church, we had this air about us. You know, we need to. He says, blessed are the gentle. Don't make people out. We don't want to be confrontational to everybody. We have our guards on. We are defensive. So be gentle. Jesus, be gentle. Be approachable. He says, for you shall inherit, and you don't like to be around people like we avoid people like that. Jesus don't want people to avoid us. He wants people to come to us, to talk to us, to be approachable. And he says, so Gary, be gentle. And it's going to help you in all your ministry. You are going to be the ones who will be the salt of the earth. Listen to 2 Corinthians chapter 10. I told you I was going there. Chapter 10, verse 1. 2 Corinthians 10:1. He says, now I, Paul, myself urge you, notice this, by the meekness and gentleness of Christ. Come on now. Just if some of you don't have to read that much of the Bible, and you see how Jesus had, some people define meekness as power under control. Jesus had all power. He could have zapped folk, do this, pick up this, do what I'm supposed to do. He goes to the well of a Samaritan woman and he says, give me something to drink. She's a Samaritan. The Jews don't fool with Samaritan, but Jesus goes and have a conversation. He tells Zacchaeus, come out of the tree, Zacchaeus. Jesus could talk. Some of us, Jesus could talk to anybody. Yeah. And he wasn't that way one day and this way another day. He just was approachable, gentle. He catches a woman caught in the very act of adultery, and he has compassion on her. He looked for good in everybody. And Paul says, now I, Paul, myself urge you to by the meekness and gentleness of Christ, I who am meek. Paul says, I'm meek when face to face with you. He says, when I was with you, I didn't, some of us, we have authority. We like to show people, I'm the preacher, I'm the deacon, I'm the elder statesman in the church, and we like to let folk know who we are. Paul says, when I was with you, I was just like one of you, meek and lowly at heart. He said, but then he goes on to say, but bold towards you when absent. Because they wrote Paul about troubles they were having in the church. And Paul starts addressing them in these letters to the Corinthians. They're like, what are y'all doing? You're acting up. A man having his own wife, have his own daddy's wife. You suing each other. He wrote them this letter, and he was being direct with them as he was writing. He says, now when I'm with you, I'm weak, but he said I had to be bold because I'm hearing all of these things. Then he goes on to say, verse 2, I ask that when I am present, I need not be bold with the confidence with which I propose to be courageous against some. He says, now listen. I hope when I come to you, I don't have to act ugly. I don't have to be bold. But he goes on to say, who regard us as if we walked according to the flesh. He says, now and this is how it is. I'm just speaking frankly, speaking openly. He says, some people have this attitude. And see, you have this fleshly mindset. You think that power is when you're hard and when you have to be mean. Yeah, I told them all, everything I had on I spoke up, they know I don't take no stuff. Really. And we count that as being noble. And Paul calls that is being fleshly, to act that way. That is being worldly, to have that kind of attitude. And he goes on to say, for though we walk in the flesh, he says, we know, I know we're in the world. We do not war according to the flesh. You see this kingdom living? See, we don't battle. It's not an eye for an eye. It's not, I got to be right all the time. It's to be gentle.